5 with Coolie Ranx. Turn it up, tune it in, fill your cup with the sound medicine. Hello operator, are you listening? Coolie Ranx on a mission. Catch the fire, turn the ignition. Coming to your loud sound system. Let me show you valiance and valor, a hero that must make a stand. Shine your light, this night isn't over.
You've been there since Queen Street in 1993. Yeah, 20 years and 1,000 beers, and you're still there for me. Whitaker Park, after dark, to the cops getting spotlighted. And yeah, we ran, we're just kids back then, and we're still singing. I don't wanna die, I don't wanna die, I don't wanna die. But if I do die, I know you'll be by my side. Yeah, outcast in a small town in big sky country. You had a pickup truck with the music.
Striding and not slipping, talking and not muttering, clear thinking, positive walking, along the merry way. Tell them what I say.
Walk the walk and talk the talk. Don't ever give up the fight. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Why not fight for your rights? Beggars believe in the 21st century. Why so much grief must be angered constantly? What can't you see and what can't you hear? So much to see, these new ideas.
Walk the walk and talk the talk.
Don't ever give up the fight. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Why not fight for your right?
Oh, excuse me. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a debacle of things of sorts. Technical difficulties, scheduling, time zones, and all of these kind of things. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna run it like the old way. So Roger Rivas will not be on our show. I know, you're saying, I am saying R as well. He will not be on the show today. Time zones are definitely not the same as here and there. So we will have him on in a couple of weeks. Our next week's guest is Jason, okay, AKA Agent J from the Slackers. He'll be our guest next week. Once again, I apologize. You know, it just happens. It happens. This is just scheduling and stuff like that. We'll make it happen the next time. But he sends his apologies, and he will see us again in about a week or so. Until the meantime, let's play a little bit of music here. Okay, good. Nice and easy, ladies and gentlemen, because you know, so the thing can't stop, you know. And it can't flop because we're in the thing. Man called Alpheus. Yes. Give me some more volume on that, man. Give me some more volume. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh. Oh, the music. Not talking. Oh, there's no music. Okay, hold on. Let's do something else then. Hold on. Damn. Here we go. This is why. Share it. Can you hear me now? Share the screen. Hey, Robbie. Hey, Karen. We're having some technical difficulty. This is our first 2 shows that we're coming back. So you know it's going to be something. Chris Ryan, can you hear me? You can. Chris Ryan. Yeah, no. Look, share the screen. Let me get back to you. Shit. I'm like, share this. Technical difficulties. That's what it is. It's all good. All right, here we go. You got me now? Yeah, man. We are about to let off. Let me go back to this thing, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to CarSession 2035. I'm your host, Coolie Ranx. Let me just talk about some of these appliances I just purchased. This thing here is called a Wi-Fi box. It's a 5G, and it's QAP. And that me I tell you. Nice and easy. Yes. Now big up all the massive in the place, because I don't know it already. Once we get the technical difficulty over, I just gunshot and bounce. Yes. Have mercy. Man called Alpheus. CarSession 2035. We're in the crib. We're in the yard. We're in the place. You see me? Man called Alpheus. From out to the London way. Yes? Hometown boy. I am in. If you don't know, yeah, man called Alpheus. Man called Alpheus. Classical reggae, classical ska. Once upon a time, I couldn't tell the difference. I just thought it was all reggae. Yeah. But I turn up my bass line. See it there now? Yes. Take it no more. Shout out to Karen, I hope you're still in the building. Robbie, I hope you're still in the building. Tune up on the YouTube. Yes. I am name. Yeah, man, the obvious selection continually. CarSession 2025. I be your host, Mr. Coolie Ranx. I am a traditional style we are dropping a right here, yo. Why not? Sounds good to me.
Guess we'll go our separate ways. What will our children say?
Yes.
When they know our fate is here, tell them over the years there was love, but now
Bond College in Jane on the building.
disappeared.
Yes.
Tell them deep within our hearts there is pain and we're best apart.
I mess this up.
Are we living the night so our children shed no tears? And when the sun rises, we'll start our lives anew, anew.
So we started the show late because of all these technical difficulties. Do remind us, say, Roger Remus will not be joining us today. He shall not be joining us today. Time zones and misunderstandings and everything. I saw it, bro. Yes.
There was love, but now it's disappeared.
But I got another friend in the building.
In our hearts, there is pain and
Hold on there.
best apart. Don't you love will come one day?
Yes.
Placed within our
I am in.
memories of good times shine through.
Bangal Alpheus.
And teach us to love in you and you.
I wonder what it is why musicians also play music, perform music, and even spin some music sometimes. I forget the answer there. Yes, I am in. Now, ease up, Alpheus. Let me just play our next brother in here. Saying, it's okay, it's okay. How's the move? How's the move? Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Speaking of Roger Remus,
Pardon them what?
yeah, he played piano on this one.
Who did? He did?
Roger, yeah.
That's crazy. Are you on live? Did you bring him in there? Hold on. Let me just drop a bomb here for a second. Let me drop a bomb. Hold on. I just drop a bomb here for this. Let me drop a bomb and a laser too. Bomb and a laser. Yeah, one of them, one of them. In the building, ladies and gentlemen, we have our special guest. He was just gonna say hi. He's actually gonna be our guest next week, but I just wanted to say hi. Can you say hi?
Yo, cool.
Are you on screen?
Let me
I don't
see.
see you.
Anything you need me to do?
Just say hello. Okay.
All right.
Okay. How you doing there, Jay?
All right, good, man. Hanging out, just chilling, evening time.
I see you in the studio. Got everything lined up in there.
Yep.
Is that
Just
just
earlier.
home for you? Is that just what you do every day?
Yeah, when I'm off the road. Yeah, just in here, find something to do. There's always something to work on, usually client stuff, but I have a little break. I did a bunch of stuff this winter. And now I have like a little break before we hit the road in like 10 days where I'm like scrambling to do my stuff now, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for coming through, man. I know this was gonna be a surprise for Roger, but you're here anyway, man. I think I'm just gonna do the interview with you. Do you mind?
Yeah, if you just want to do it this week, then let's do
Yeah,
it.
why not?
There we
This
go.
is our special guest. This is our guest, ladies and gentlemen, Agent J of the Slackers. Boom! How you mean?
Yes. What's going on?
I want to see your face, man. I just can't see your face while I'm talking to
Oh,
you.
yeah?
man. Yeah.
I
Oh, there
see
we
you in
go.
the
There we
top
go. I
here,
got
but
it
I don't
now.
see you on the main screen.
Yeah,
though.
I got you now. I got you located on the screen now. I figured it out. Jay, thank you so much. It's crazy. I just got this new unit here, and I thought I was gonna be able to plug this 5G because I had like a 4G, and I said, let me just get this 5G and upgrade the show, and all hell
Uh-oh.
broke loose. Yeah, like nothing worked. Like it just put a short circuit my computer. First, I saw the Zoom just crash, boom, and then
Right.
everything else crashed. I don't know. So you just got back off a tour, right?
No, just before Christmas we finished. So we've
I
been
thought
off
you
the
was in
road for a minute
Argentina
now.
or something like that. I thought you
Yeah, I
in
was down there with my lady. Her family's Argentinian, so we were just visiting
Oh,
family, did some
okay.
recording down there,
Okay,
and
okay.
you know, just hung out and enjoyed. It's summertime down there, so enjoyed that.
Nice,
And
nice,
so
nice.
yeah, that was just vacation.
Dude,
And
you do so much work, man. You're like you're like Mad Professor.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I work that much. Those guys seem to
Yeah.
be always working.
Nah, I think you always be working. You're working on something. Like every time I turn around, there's something else that you're putting out.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's multiple things. Hold on, my phone is exploding here. There we go. All right. You know, like you and like whatever, there's multiple things, you know, it's like the slackers are the main thing.
Right.
That's what pays the bills. And that's, I do a ton of work with that, touring and, you know, mixing and stuff. But then my own little stuff, Crazy Bald Head, and now this other new thing, Cabron Brothers, and then lots of client stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, we don't really tour during the winter and summer. So that's the time to kind of do that stuff and make some money, hopefully, if there's clients, which luckily this winter has been very busy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's, you know, you got to treat it like a job, you know, you got to 8 hours a day, you got to go to work no matter what you're working on, you know.
Did you see an increase in work because of COVID, or was it just you're hot now?
You know, it comes and goes. It's like there's, you know, it'll get hot for a minute and then it'll cool down for a couple of months. I think I got more work with COVID, but I can't really tell if just things are just slowly inching forward or just my name is getting around.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were obviously home and doing projects.
Yeah.
So people like, here, do a dub for us, play guitar on this, do a mix for us.
Yeah.
This winter just really fortuitously got hot. So like right when I came off the road, I had a bunch of work to do. So I made like three and a half records I mixed or produced in this time. So in the last, whatever, 2.5 months or so. So that was really good. I like working on other people's stuff because I learn from other people, you know, by what they're doing, what they're mostly doing right. Luckily, the artists I'm working with, sometimes what they're doing wrong, but you know, you learn stuff about songwriting, you learn stuff about playing, about how to mix certain styles. So I find it really useful to go back and do my own stuff after I've worked on a bunch of client stuff, you know?
Right. Do you sing at all, Jay, or do you just produce?
Very poorly. I'll sing for demos, like when I make demos for other singers, but just today I was singing something new I wrote. And it was like the first time I like found the like one note I could actually like sing, you know, and I was like, oh, G, that middle G, I could sing that, you know, but not well. I usually do the best I can for a vocal demo, then tune myself.
Yeah.
And then I'll play it for a singer to have them learn it, you know, and tell me where it needs to change, you know.
So
like,
but you're like, you write the song. I know you write the music. Do you write
Yeah.
the lyrics as well? You pen it?
for most stuff I do. Sometimes, you know, with certain singers that they just have an idea, I'll just have a rhythm. I've done that for Django. Maddie Ruthless will come in with lyrics of her own a few times. Who else? Ja Point, you know, people like that sometimes will come in, will have their own lyrics, you know, so I'm like, okay, it sounds good, and they're a singer I trust.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, yeah, I'll go for that, you know.
Well, I guess the next thing is for us to collaborate. I mean,
Yeah.
rather than I mean, you have helped me. I have to I like Jay, I need some help, and like with no hesitation, you're just like, what you need, Coolie.
Yeah, I played on something. There was some Rocksteady track like in
Yeah.
2020 or something like
I don't
that.
even know what I did with it.
Right,
but-
right. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, all right, man, Coolie's going Rocksteady here. Like,
Nah, you know what it is? I just play around with music and shit like that. So
Yeah.
I may have it still sitting somewhere, and at some point I'm just gonna jump on it and start singing a song. Who knows? Crazy. Dude, so you said, I was just playing this track right now. I had no idea that Roger was on this track too.
yeah, I knew he would know it. And it's a track, it's the original El Bang Bang is
Yeah.
by Mongo Santa Maria, but the Scatolites did it, you know, I guess with Jackie Matu's musical direction sometime in
Yeah.
the early mid 60s. I think it's 65, 66. It's like a slow ska.
Yeah.
And it was a tune. I like love it. And whenever I spin it, people go nuts. And I was like, I got to do a cover of this, but I wanted to do like a roots style
Yeah.
cover. But I was like, it still needs piano. The piano part is like so iconic. And Roger's super cool about that, about just like, you know, here I have this track, and I knew he would know it. So he sent back like killer piano tracks. And that really put the track over the top for me.
I'm just gonna give it a little spin for a second. And
Please.
I'm gonna come right back to you. All right?
I
You
was
good
like,
with
oh
that?
yeah, I know that.
I just played
heard
it just
that before.
because this was yours.
Yeah, no, I'm glad, man. I forgot about that tune. That's, you know,
This is what you can't forget about Jay.
no, big tune.
Here we go. Run it again. Think I'll L. Also, and tonight's ladies and gentlemen, I'll be your host again. Mr. Coolie Ranx on CarSession 2035 alongside Mr. Chris Ryan. And our special guest for the afternoon, the evening, and the morning is Mr. Agent J of the Slackers. Gussa. Pam pam. Yes. I am in. Yes. AKA Mr. Crazy Ball heading out the place. I am in. Gussa. Fine styles on the guitar. I am in. Yes. He's the one of the tunes that's got us through COVID. Yes.
Yo, this is Ali from Stop the Presses, and you're tuned in to CarSessions 2035 with Coolie Ranx.
Well, and come again, selectors. We're back in tune to the man called Crazy Baller, aka Agent J, aka Jason. Man, I just tell him your last name because we'll keep that one quiet. Yes, your business, I know their business. It's not their business or your business. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the next project, what you got coming out? You got something coming new out? Yes?
There's always something. There's, you know, my own stuff. That the Slackers got a new record, which literally I think is just available. I literally just got my copies the other day.
Oh, wow.
Called "Don't Let the Sunlight Fool You." And if if we were doing this next week, I would have like had stuff queued up and made a little playlist, and I would actually like give you like direct audio feed, so it would actually sound nice. But
you know, I got some Slackers. Let me see. I got some. They gave me some in the summertime. You know. Remember when I saw you on the? I saw you.
I was biking up Broadway, and you
I was
were,
like, "Hey, Jay!"
off like whatever street. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like,
You're right next to me at the stoplight.
yeah, I was like, "Hey, yeah, man." Like, you know, it's
He's like, "What? Who's this? What?"
the neighborhood, man. You
It's
just
the
gotta run
neighborhood.
The neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let me see what I got here. This one right here.
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah.
Is this on the record?
Yep, Windowland. This was maybe, possibly going to be the title track.
Oh.
Called Windowland, but we never even got that.
I noticed you when you walk down the street. Your nervous hands and your shuffling feet. The mask you wear with the people you meet. I'm here in Windowland. Hello from Windowland, where I can stare a little longer, laugh a little harder, do just what I breeze leaves me doing as I please. I'm here in Wonderland. Hello from Wonderland, where I can sleep a little longer, snore a little stronger, drink a little water. Here in Wonderland.
I'm gonna ease up off of that one and get back to
Jeez.
you. Yes, I am. So yeah, that's
Little
that's a new
taste,
one
yeah.
out. That's the title track, and
It's not the title
same-
track. We were thinking of calling the record Windowland, but we ended up calling it Don't Let the Sunlight Fool You, which is a different track on the record. But Windowland was kind of the theme of 2020, really, during like
Yeah.
lockdown and everything. And that's like Vic's little ode to like staying in whatever apartment he was in the Bronx or something, and just watching life outside,
Yeah.
the window going by.
So it's crazy now, though. It's crazier. Now
It's
than
everything's opening up, but I just yesterday a friend said he had COVID. My lady, like 2 friends of hers, and everyone's rushing back into the office and doing everything, and then suddenly like even Omicron is coming back again,
Yeah.
so
Omicron. Yeah, that's the one I had.
oh wow, all right,
Yeah, that one knocked me for 6, brother.
wow,
I was out for 2 weeks, lost 12 pounds.
wow.
It was dread. Yeah. Not a good
You
look.
were here, you were in London, or
I was right here. I just came back from London. I was good. I was here for like 2 weeks afterwards. I was here chilling, relaxing, and then bam, I don't know where I went to
Right.
in the studio. I think it was because I was on this microphone and I didn't spray
Right.
the microphone down, and came back after New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And I was sick
that's
as-
when it was really hitting.
Yeah. Oh, I got it, man. It got me good. Now we got all these crazy people out on the streets of New York.
Yeah.
That's another terror. What they gonna
Yeah,
do
man,
about
New
that?
York's getting pretty fucking wild again, man. It's definitely pretty live out there.
They
man.
banging people in the head with hammers. Come on, man.
It's just, it's getting a little bonkers, man. I've seen like just the past, I noticed it maybe summer, really spring of last year, like a year ago, when things really started to ease up, kind of getting aggro again. And, the city just kind of in general getting like all that pent up, whatever of 2020,
Yeah.
things started getting aggro again. And it's definitely gotten a little wild over here.
Well, that's good music time though.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff happening, so it's get busy, and it's not boring, man.
Yeah, and it's good to write. This is like
yeah,
all this craziness that's going
there's
for
stuff
me
to
anyway.
see on the street, It's
Yeah,
definitely-
look out the window and then you got another song.
yeah,
Turn on the news, you got another song.
yeah.
All right. So who are some of the people that you work with
So
besides the ones you called? You called Maddie Ruthless, you called Ja Point.
yeah, just this last break of winter, as soon as after we finished just before Christmas, that was the Slackers tour, we finished, and then Christmas, and then I suddenly Stop the Presses hit me up. I thought I was going to have more time to do the record, but they needed to get it done by New Year's or something.
Yeah.
So I literally had a week to mix the last 7 tunes of their record.
Wow.
And so I rushed that, and they got a few days extension. But so I mixed that record. Very cool. The most pop sounding ska thing I've ever done, even though it's traditional, really ska and rock steady.
Yeah.
The vocals and the stuff on top is super poppy and modern and contemporary. So that was a good exercise for me to do. And Ali has written some awesome tunes, and the band.
Shout out
sounds
to
great.
Ali.
Yeah. So finish that the 4th, then on I think the 10th or the 11th or something, the 16th of January, went down to DC to produce the Fuss, their new record. They're this awesome ska rocksteady band from DC.
Okay.
And I did a record of theirs about 4 years ago, called Ourselves, and this is their follow-up. And we went to a studio kind of in between DC and Baltimore. Really cool studio, all digital, didn't really have the vintage gear, but the engineer was really good and the band was really hardworking. They really had their stuff worked out. So we did that in a week. And then I came back, we finished mixes remotely. So that was the Fuss. Then the Pishogues, who are this Irish band I've been friends with for a long time. I mixed his record, which I guess, trying to think. Yeah, that took a minute, and I wanted to redo some things. So that maybe took a week or two. And then I did a little EP of my own of this stuff that's like funk and acid rock and Latin soul and stuff like that called Cabron Brothers, which is not ska at all.
Right.
And that was like a 5-song EP I put out that I just had in my head. And while I had time off, I had to finish it because it was sitting there for like a year.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was the stuff I did just in the past like 2.5 months.
Damn. Make you feel like I ain't doing shiza.
But it's a couple hours here, a couple hours there, but no, it's pretty steady work days, but maybe not 8 or 10-hour days. Although sometimes definitely the Fuss record was a lot of the stuff definitely took some time.
I'm looking at them right now, but this looks like a female. Is that the case?
Yep.
All right, let's see what we got
He's
here.
Andy Leo, the singer, the band leader.
Is this it?
No, I don't think so.
Bad scene, 60,000 degrees.
No, man, I wish I'd have a hit if I mixed that, man, please. So I guess there's multiple Fuss. Check like the Fuss Ska or the Fuss DC or something like that.
All right, let's see.
Let me see if I could find a link. I'll send it to you.
All right, I got it right here.
Oh yeah. That's their Tiny Desk show. This is one of the tunes we did for the record. This is like an acoustic version.
Please tell me something I can understand. I know that. Somebody said the world's gonna bend. I guess they know that. God knows that. God knows that. We're gonna ride into the night.
All right. I see some of the work you're doing. Hold on.
Please tell me something I can understand. What do you think is important? Everyone does.
So it looks like they're going back to these large bands again. What's going on? It's like one,
I
two,
think
three, four,
they've
five,
kind of
six, seven.
had, they've had like the 7-piece or whatever
Yeah.
thing, like the 2 horns, guitar, bass, drums, keys, but and they're all professionals and they're all, give or take our age. So it's like, it's like they're not really out on the road hitting it that hard. So it's like touring with bands that big is tough. So I think
Got
they're just doing weekend stuff, gigs here
Right.
and there.
Right. Just for the fun of it.
Yeah. So it's like, if they're not worried about dividing the money 7 or 8 ways, then it's
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah. Everybody get a piece of the sandwich.
Yeah. No, they're doing it for fun, but yeah, it's definitely a consideration. Size of bands, that's a tough one. More than 5 becomes
Yeah. Challenge.
difficult.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah. That's how all those dudes go electronic,
Yep.
That's why musicians have been losing out. I mean, the good thing about ska, we can still play live instruments, and it is
Yeah.
It'll never die that way. I mean,
No, there's
gonna say-
always people are always going to want to see people actually playing an instrument,
Right.
even if they're playing a synthesizer,
Right.
or something.
Yeah.
Who is it? My buddy Pedro from Gogol Bordello. He does side bands, and he's always like, if I have a side band, it's only going to be 2 people. It's like, I'm not even 3 people. He's like, I want to be able to just get in a car
Yeah.
with 2 of us and our gear and just drive and tour in a car,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, man.
Yeah. That's nice and everything, but yeah.
It's a lot of work. You got to do, if it's 2 of you, you got your hands full.
How do you perform? Just standing there like those DJs and shit.
Yeah. You got to be busy.
Yeah, too busy. All right, Jay, I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. I know you just came in, and I appreciate you coming in at the spur of the moment.
My pleasure. I didn't
you know.
realize, you were a Sans guest tonight. So, is there,
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go back to the drawing board and see how this thing really works. I don't know what the 5G is really doing, but Roger got the wrong time, so he
right,
said,
was he expecting 7 p.m. Pacific or
yeah,
something?
yeah. He
Ah,
said he wasn't getting home until about 5:30, and that was probably like
right.
9, 8 o'clock our time. I'm like, nah, dude, we'll do it next week.
Yeah.
So thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
I really wanted to get you with your guitar, because I know you got all those different styles of playing that you play.
I do.
You do.
But one of these, I don't know.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah, I
be
mean, how
another
much time
show.
do you have? I have an amp over there. I can,
Oh, go ahead. Shit.
let me see. I gotta get a guitar.
We'll play some music while you get set up. How about that?
Yeah, do that. Let me get a guitar. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is not over. It is not over. Uh-oh. I forgot, Mr. Ryan, you do have to leave at some point, right? You okay? All right. Some more Alpheus. Oops. that's- Sorry. How's that? A little better? You know, I had some goodies that I was gonna, let me see if I have it in the bag. I had some goodies with me. I just ran out of the car. Wait a minute a second. What is it? Is it? Nope, don't have it. Thought I had it with me. Anyway, we got Agent J tuning up. Let me play another one whilst we still here. That is a band by the name of Sclerotum. This is a way back flashback track. Let me do another one. No. This one is called Fourth Wave, which they proclaim as a fourth wave right now. I don't say it's a fourth wave. I just say that ska is popular again amongst the young, but the wave has not changed. The sound has not changed, so I don't say it's a fourth wave. Definitely, they got their own identity. Respect. I am man. This one is called Fourth Wave by Sclerotum. Yes? A little bit of hyper ska. What you know about this, Chris Ryan? Sclerotum. I know. Yes. Iron Man. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. You good over there?
There
You back?
go. Sorry, I gotta
All right.
chop my head off. But
All right, we're gonna chop your head off, and my head is halfway off anyway. Let me see if I can fix the mic without chopping it. Hold on.
that's good.
I'm back on there.
All right. This way you can see what I'm doing.
Is that Chris
Think
Ryan?
about what I'm doing now. So
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a premiere, as I would say. This is a premiere. Man called Agent J, aka Crazy Ballhead. Boom. Gosh, I'm gonna lick some shot for that and some laser beam. The world premiere, world premiere.
I'm making the premiere now.
Yeah, man, world premiere, brother. On CarSessions. How you mean?
Yeah.
You gotta get your head back there, Jay.
Yeah, no, this is it, man. I got it. If you want to see the guitar, we're doing a.
I want to hear you. I want to
guitar-
hear you. Let's zone out. Let's zone out till you play. Go ahead, do your thing.
Oh, but I mean, I figure I'm not really like a soloist, but if
Okay.
you wanted to like talk.
How about this?
ska
How about
guitar,
this?
like,
Give me a 1960 bubble, traditional style, traditional ska bubble.
so like for reggae, if I was playing something
Yeah, go
like
on.
the early reggae stuff to me,
Yes.
like you're saying, like you called it a bubble, which is exactly how I hear it, because the guitar is kind of mimicking what the organ's doing,
Yeah.
So I would hear that and like, this is really popular for the last, whatever, 10, 15 years, like with Roger's band, with the Agrolites playing this style of early reggae, like.
Yeah, man.
I almost hear that as more percussive. It's almost like what you would do with a guiro or something like that, but it's always got to have that reggae chop in it.
Yeah.
So that's the root of the beat there.
Yeah.
You know, and that, I guess they just stripped it down at some point, you know, because they coming out of ska where they're playing. And then, you know, slowing it down. You know, they're doing that, and then I guess they wanted to get busier or just have a really dense sound. So then it can. But at the time, you know, guys were still playing just like, you know, still the rock steady style. That was still happening. And then roots, you know, it's getting more of a hiccup.
Oh, you just went out.
You know, and there's a lot of different styles. That's the thing. I love hearing stuff when people play on a weird part of the beat, when you find that weird record that breaks every rule of reggae, and yet it's still totally reggae.
Yeah.
You know, that's for me is the best.
Yeah, that's a gem in the track, huh?
Yeah.
So how did you get into music, by the way? How did you get into this particular sound?
It's weird, you know, I grew up, you know, I was born in the early 70s, so I grew up on 70s rock, and, you know, my dad had like Led Zeppelin records and Beatles and stuff like that, and Pink Floyd. So I grew up listening to that stuff. And then at some point, you know, in the 80s, like late 80s, discovered punk, and I was into that. But one or two friends were like, one friend in the mid 80s was telling me about Fishbone, but I didn't really know anything about ska, and I didn't really get a chance to listen to it. And then it wasn't until the late 80s, 88, 89, that another friend was telling me about Fishbone, and he, you know, was talking about ska, and he couldn't really describe it. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, this is kind of like Jamaican music. I had never heard the Scatolites or anything, but I was like, this is kind of like the Police. This is kind of really up-tempo Jamaican music. And just started checking it out, and went to a friend's gig. They were, I don't know if you know those guys, Funk Face. You must know those guys.
Yeah.
I roadied for those guys when I was 17. So those guys like taught me how to be in a band. But one time they were playing at, I think, the Cat Club or something, and the Toasters were supposed to play, but they backed out for some reason. So the New York Citizens played. So the New York Citizens were the first ska band I ever saw. And I was like, this is cool. It was like, this is like urban and edgy. This is like what's happening now, but it's like danceable. It's like upbeat, but I was like, punks were here. Like, this is cool. Like, what's happening? You know? So I liked the scene that it was about.
Yeah.
And I was discovering reggae at the time. And so I was liking everything that was happening, you know? And so I was interested, but I didn't really play it till 93. A buddy of mine, Delmar, was friends with Dania Best, who was briefly a backup singer in the Slackers, and she left the band and started her own band and needed a guitar player, but I didn't know her. My friend Delmar knew me, and he's like, hey, my friend needs a guitar player, and introduced us. And she was like, can you play ska? And I'd never done it, but I'd heard it, you know? So I was like, I think I know what's happening. I could fake it, you know? And so luckily she hired me, and that was, you know, she
Shout
gave
out
me
to
my
Dania.
first gig. So I'm grateful for
Shout
that.
out
I
to
had a gig
Dania.
because of that, you know?
Yeah. Shout out to Dania.
Yes.
Hello, my darlings. This is Dunia Best of Dubby
There we
Street.
go.
And this
Big up Dania in the place. You done know.
No,
The links are tight.
she got me started.
She
gave me
got
my
you start. She gave you your start, huh?
Yep.
Because I'm not sure if it was 93, but it wasn't 93. It was 96. I was like, yo, Jay, I need you to be in my band, man. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
shit?
that was like 2000, I think, or something like that.
No. It was 96 before I started Pilfers. I was like, yo, I need you. I was like, I know you could do the rock and you could do the reggae. I was like, this dude could do it. I think he was
I
probably,
wanted to. I remember we were rehearsing in the place below the Tea Lounge
yes.
one time with, I
Yes,
forget who
yes.
else was in the band.
It was probably Vinny, or maybe Vinny hadn't come down yet.
I don't think it was Vinny yet.
I don't think Vinny came down yet. No,
Oh, this was for Pilfers, you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, maybe. Man, did I miss out on being in Pilfers? Damn.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Fucked up, man. Fucked up.
I don't think so. I think he made a good career move, dude.
You know, man, I'm grateful. I mean, it's like, luckily Django hired me. So that was cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go, man. I'm gonna grab some dinner. I'm
Yeah,
gonna let
yeah.
you go and chill.
the
Thank
same.
you so much for coming. And,
Yeah,
and
man.
thank you.
Definitely
You know what?
great.
I'm gonna tell you what you just did, what you probably don't even realize. You just taught some kids out there.
Maybe, you know, but
You did.
do your own thing. You know, it's good to know the past, but
Mhm.
do your own thing, you know, no rules to music, you know?
Yeah, yeah. At least you showed them something right now.
Hmm.
You just taught. If you didn't teach everyone who, you know, probably they already have their idea of what it is, but you just taught somebody for sure. You just gave them a gift, bro. Thank you.
That's the name of the game, you know?
Yeah, man.
I'm always still trying to learn. I always still hear some record that blows my mind that I'm like, what's he doing? Or I still take lessons with Andy Bassford.
Oh wow.
From Roots Radix and Toots and the Maytals, Scatolites, Dennis Brown,
Yeah.
you know, and he will show me something new all the time, or will describe something, break something down for me that I've been hearing in records a million times, but he'll tell me what's happening. He'll tell me why they're doing this. So, you know, there's always something to learn.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We are closing the show. I think next week we're gonna have Roger Rivas. Fingers crossed we get the right time zones and so forth. Like that. Let me get myself in good frame there. And I would like to thank our special guests, Mr. Agent J, Mr. Crazy Baldhead, Mr. Slacker, Jason. Enough respect. Appreciate you, bro.
Nice one. Thanks, Coolie.
All right then, bro. Oh, Mr. Chris Ryan, roll the car screecher, cause we're gone. Bumbleclot. Oh, yeah, man.
Move, yeah.
This is Eric Best, and you're listening to Car Sessions 2035 with Coolie Ranx. Turn it up, tune it in, fill your cup with the sound medicine. Hello, operator, are you listening? Coolie Ranx on a mission. Catch the fire, turn the ignition. Coming to your loud sound system.